Hello everybody, this is a computer networking tutorial 1 by Farman. In this computer networking sessions I have organized the tutorials in a chronological order which will contain multiple tutorials, and I urge you all to follow the tutorials in this chronological order because I have explained them from very basic understanding to hopefully going to advanced explanations of computer networking. If you miss out the basic understanding of a computer networking, I am sure you will have problems to understand the complex explanations of computer networking in the future. Please do not miss out the basic one, follow it in this chronological order. I say that again. Let's have a go. The basic understanding of computer networking. Define the computer networking. Computer networking is a process or method that create communications between computers and other devices. They communicate in order to share information such as data and resources, or to establish video conferencing or video communications such as Skype and MSN. The network consists of computers or computerized devices. So put that in your understanding. There must be more than one computer or computerized device in order to establish a thorough computer networking. You may be facing environments like this in computer networking, which is very complex and very hard to maintain. And also, don't run away, computer networking could be as basic as this: connecting two computers together and make them communicate. One could talk to the other and share, and the other one could share the information and response back to the first computer and pass over the information requested. If we have a look at this environment, we have multiple computers and multiple computer devices as well, as we explained earlier, and one router in the middle. What the router do? The router routes the data requested information from the computers that are connected to the router to their internet. So it actually carries its name. It routes them. So if we have a look at these three computers, two desktops and one laptop, they're supposed to be widely connected to the router, okay, which are wired connections. And also we have multiple devices on the top, game consoles and a laptop, tablets and a mobile phone, which are wirelessly connected to the router. Okay, so we have two types of communication, network communication, which is a wired one connections and a wireless connections. There are a few examples of computer networking. With regard to internet, which we all familiar with, is the Google or Facebook, Twitter and so on. With regards to our phones, is the voice communications, data communications, and the more common one has been used for data communications is the Wi-Fi. And in some sources, with some applications, Wi-Fi could also establish voice communications as well. Type of computer networking. This is very important, and I regard it very important as well to understand it from this stage. The client and server is one type, and the next type is the peer-to-peer. These two type of computer networks are very common, and you will be facing it in every possible way when you're dealing with computer networking. Let's explain the client and server. Have a look at the picture at the right. Three servers or multiple servers surrounded by multiple computers. Okay, far more greater numbers of computers. Okay, you don't have to be around the servers. Okay, you could be anywhere on this planet and accessing these three servers. How nice. You could have servers which has information, and you could be anywhere on this planet using internet to talk to these servers and ask for information, and they will be happily answer your request and response to your computer or device, whatever it is in your hands or on your desktop. The connections between the computers indicates with the arrow with two ends, okay, with the lines with two arrows. If you have a look at this computer, for example, the arrow towards the servers means requesting information from this desktop computer, and the arrow back to the computer means the response from a server which has been requested and data been collected and response back to the computer. Have a look at the computer at the left. Okay, we've got multiple computers via a network connected to a single server. This could be a office environment or could be a server on the other side of the planet. Okay, one computer sends a request to the server using a network, and a server looks around itself for that information being requested from a computer, and if it has it, it will respond it back to the computer. It also responds back to the computer if it doesn't have it. But let's not go to so much detail. Just assume whatever we ask from our desktop computer, the server has it and responds it back to us, and we could have the data. Okay, it will list it all to us. And a very basic information, a very basic example, sorry, I could give you about this is your Google. If you go on Google and type holiday, from the around the world of servers, information about holiday will be listed back to your computer. And you could, on your computer, if you are connected to internet, you will see a lot of holiday information back from the servers around the world. Have a look at the peer-to-peer network model. This is very interesting. I like that. Have a look at yourself if you're using this computer and all the other people around in your office using these computers. You are connected to every single computer in the office directly or indirectly. What I mean about directly is you are connected to this computer directly, or that computer directly, or this computer directly, while you are indirectly connected to this computer. Why? Because you're only connected to this computer via that computer or the other computers. You're not directly linked to this computer, but you are still connected. Okay? In peer-to-peer model, you are acting as a client and as a server. If we had come back here, we talked about client. You are here, clients, talking to this server, globally or locally. But in peer-to-peer network, you are acting as a client and a server. You could provide information to your local computers if they request from you, and also you could request for information, and the other computers would be able, if they have the information, to respond back to your computer. In this case, you are acting as a client. If you asking for information from any computer in a network, and any computer in a network, if they have the information, they respond back to you and they acting as a server. Imagine if they actually doing it vice versa. If they're asking you for an information and you respond back the information to the other clients, they acting as a client in this case, and you will be acting as a server. So don't forget, very important, in peer-to-peer net model, you are acting as a server and also as a client, while in this client and server environment, you are acting only as a client, and the servers are based anywhere in your office or in the world as a service. I hope you understood the basic concept about computer networking. Let's go back to the review of what we have studied. We're going through the computer networking definitions. We've shown some examples about computer networkings, which was from internet point of views and phones point of views. We actually analyzed type of computer networks, which are the two very common one, where the client and servers and peer-to-peer. Wait for the new tutorials about the computer networking in more advanced fashion. I hope you understood this, and I hope you gained some benefit from that. Thank you very much, and see you in the next tutorials.